heck is a segundo volante? I think no matter what happens this season, I am going to try my darndest to find a new job in the summer. My initial plan was initially to try and stay 3 years, but the board literally just had to give us another 170,000 euros to keep afloat. We've got our budget for the next year. We've only got a 15,000 euro transfer budget. Our payroll budget, we have 8,000 to spend, so I can have a little wiggle room there. We're not making any money, and we're winning the league. We've already done the double. We've already clinched. There's no way we can fall out of first place. And it's just, we're not winning any money. I can go to the Champions League and lose there and get 280,000 euros, but we're just not bringing enough in. My reserve coach is leaving to take over Jelgava. He's leaving to take over Jelgava. Injury-wise, Sunday Akambuli is out yet again long-term. That same hip injury he had earlier is flared back up again. He's out another 2 to 4 months. Litvinskis is out 2 to 3 months with a lower back stress fracture. We've had a couple minor players leave on freeze. Played 100 games, made the Latvian Hall of Fame. We did the double. And we are still playing in the Latvian Cup. So today it's Supernova, and if we win this, we'll go ahead and just skip through to the final and have that be the last episode for this particular season. That's the other thing that's kind of annoying me is Supernova versus Spartaks in the Latvian Cup. Why are they unavailable? We haven't played a game. Because it's the B squad, and my B squad has to play. I totally missed this because I had the chance to get my first teamers to play. I totally didn't realize this. I chose not to play any of my first teamers because I thought this was a reserve match. Oh, did I just shoot myself in the foot hardcore? What the heck just happened there? The heck in the wild world of sports is going on here? I totally just pissed off my right back because I was trying something out. Filtered. Unavailable. Ineligible. So, yeah, he's going to be mad at me because I'm doing all this moving back and forth around. What the heck is going on here? Kudryavtsev's is back, but he's not healthy. Traore in the center, Slompy on the left. I have no idea what the game was doing before then, but for some reason it fixed itself, so I'm not going to complain too much. I'm going to bring on Putrasevics, Litvinskis. I need somebody on the left. Snikis or Litvinskis. Okay. That was annoying as heck. I'm literally playing my own B squad. I don't know what's going on here. Submit team. I don't know what's going on here. What am I missing? Answers on a postcard. To paraphrase. Do I not have a head coach? My head coach left. Is it not going to let us play that unless I have a head coach there? It's not good. Oh, because I only have the head. Oh. Well then. This is interesting, as I'm hitting everything left and right. Team selection, submit team. Submit team, submit team, submit team. It's not going to... Okay, do I have to go to responsibility? Let me see if I can get the responsibilities here. This is definitely weird. It's one of those cases... That's what was going on. I am playing my own B squad. I'm playing my reserve squad. My reserve squad coach got hired by another team and left, and I hadn't replaced him yet. And because I hadn't replaced him yet, there was no one there. And my reserve squad coaching staff is my reserve squad head coach. And because there was no one there to essentially do his job, I had to appoint someone to do his job. Avijevs. Yep, Kavoda takes that away. Surbajanovs gets by the defender. I mean, this is essentially a team friendly. Frankly, if we don't win this, I'm going to be... Well, on one hand, if we don't win this, I'm going to be highly upset. And on the other hand, if we do win this, it's my B squad winning and going to the final. Surbajanovs to Timmy. Up into space for Wamba. Gets by the defender. Doing too much. He had the number 9 right there to help him, and just... Titov to Wamba. Timmy. Butrix out to Titov on the right. Nice pass. Titov. Alpin's at the top. He gets it to Kamara. Soft shot. And Kovalevsky's, who would be my keeper if I hadn't brought on... I'm totally blanking on his name. Subrik. Puhovs to Protas. Boleskovs to Rilevs. Protas. Avijevs. And Subrik, a very nice save. Protas. Puhovs. Kamara. To Butrix. Wamba. Surbajanovs got behind the defender. Nice long pass from Wamba, and Surbajanovs absolutely buries it. His 14th goal of the season. I think this might be one of those cases where if, like, at the half we're a couple of goals up, I'll just go defensive and waste time and do all the things we need to do just to get through this game quickly. Makes me wonder how many people are actually here. Because either way, they're supporting Spartaks. Fauzi bounces it off the wall, gets it back. It is dispossessed by Boleskovs. Rylevs gets it up to Rubinis. Drops it off to Puhovs. Out to Rylevs. Rylevs holds it up. He's dispossessed by Titov. Timmy has it. Long pass towards Surbajanovs. Drops it off to Fauzi. Alpin's up into space for Wamba. Wamba takes the shot just wide left. I may have forgotten to set my filter here. It looks like I did. Mikhailov on the throw-in. Boleskovs. Back to Mikhailov. Boleskovs. Kamara bangs that away. Headed down to Wamba. Wamba gets by the defender. Pulls the defender. Oh, dude, come on. You're doing too much. Koleskis to Mikkelsons. Protas. To Puhovs. To Boleskovs. Protas. Rubinis. Sivijan knocks that away. Alpins over to Butrix. Up to Timmy. Surbajanovs buries that assist. That was a nice feed from Timmy. We've got a couple players on the verge of records. I think Timmy is on the verge of assists, and Wamba's on the verge of goal records. We'll see. We'll have to take a look at that at the end here. Gringoffs to Mikkelsons. Protas gives the ball away. Titov knocks it down to Timmy. Up to Wamba. Almost loses it. Passes it up to Surbajanovs, and his shot is blocked. Corner kick for Titov. For Fauzi, rather. Fauzi sends it in. Knocked away. Svechikanin is going to run that down. Gets it to Titov. Kovalevsky's to Mikkelsons. Gives the ball away. Bertrix to Timmy. He's dispossessed, but Bertrix gets it. Wamba. Baseline. Finally passes it. Titov, top right of the box. Alpins. Drifts back. Gets it to Bertrix. Back to Alpins. He drifts back. Out to Kamara, all alone on the left. He sends it in. Wamba's there, and we score. It's 3-0 at the half. It's his 23rd goal this season. We're going to do at the half what I said we would do if we were up. I'm going to just go to cautious and slow the tempo down and waste time. If they score, though, I'm pulling out all the stops. That is half with 15 shots, 5 on target, and a woodwork hit, which I don't remember seeing. We are up 3-0. I tell you guys, I'm very pleased with your performance. We're going to go into the tactics. We're going to go down to cautious. We're going to go low tempo. Waste time. And we're going to counter press. I think we're just going to hold shape. Avajevs to Rubenes, corner of the side of the box rather. Oh, it's dispossessed. Boleskovs is there and they score. They get one back. That was nice. Excuse me. Had to yawn there for a minute. Don't know why. Rubenes, a nice assist. Oz tried sending it in. Rubenes got it back. Boleskovs was right there because the defenders had moved away. He did the right thing just sitting in the center of the box like that. If they score here, we're pulling out all the stops. Switch cannon. Knocked away by Avajevs. Rubenes. And he skies his effort. From just outside this box, Butrix over the wall and in for the goal, his third of the season. Nice kick. Well, as expected, we're kind of doing really well. And unfortunately, I really don't have that deep a bench. Subrick to subject cannon. Gives the ball away to Avajevs. Rubenes. Oh, ball's given away. I don't know what happened there. Oh, it's because he was offsides. Timmy. Back, forth, around. Rylevs is going to get there. Centers it to Bolsikovs. Rubenes, top of the box, feeds. Oh, that was nice. Let's see, if that was Wamba, he would have tried going for the goal no matter what. But no, he dropped it off to Rubenes, who had a wide open goal. Oh, he missed the tackle. That's why. Can't really blame him for that. Kickoff highlight. Butrix, teed off. Alpins, Butrix. Tries sending it up, but it's knocked away. Protas. Butrix intercepts that. Long pass across the field to Fauzi, who gets by the defender. He's got help in the center. He holds it up, crosses it in. Protas knocks it away. Rylevs is there. He tries sending it over to Boleskovs, who picks it up. He lofts the ball, but Kamara picks it up, gets it to Fauzi. Fauzi back to Kamara. Kamara, long pass to Siberjanovs. Scripts to the defender, feeds Wamba. Wamba rounds the keeper and dinks it over him for the 5th goal of the game. His 24th of the season. We only play 18 games. So he's averaging a goal and a half a game. Wow. I may have mentioned it earlier before I got distracted. One of the things that's also kind of driving me up a wall with Latvia is the short season. I'm used to... Oh, Bolsakov scores. I'm used to seasons where it's 32, 36, 38 games, and from an episode point of view, from a YouTube creator point of view, if you get 8 to 10 episodes out of a season, that's 2 weeks worth of videos. My upload schedule is Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. So if I can get 8 episodes out of a season, that's 2 weeks taken care of. So I can do 2 seasons in a month, which is a good schedule. This here is like our 5th episode, maybe our 4th episode of the season, and it's almost over. You know, and it's one of those cases where, you know, I don't like playing a lot of close games back to back to back. I like to skip a few games as Wamba scores, giving us a 6-3 lead. You know, we'll go 4 or 5 games, or, you know, between episodes, highlight the cup matches. If you're in any sort of European competition, play those as well. We had the European matches at the beginning of this. I got 2 episodes out of that. The cup matches were another 3 or 4 episodes. Maybe my numbering's off and I'm just off in my head, but nice goal by Wamba. So, you know, we go to a league that has more games. It I don't know, makes it flow better, if that makes sense. So, I don't know. I think we're just really going to, you know, I'm not beholden to the board for not applying to any clubs. That was only my first year. And 6-3 victory. I totally missed the end of that. And, you know, my B squad gave a good accounting of themselves. They did not give up. 13 shots, 6 on target to our 20 and 9. was a good result. And the B team can feel good about themselves. So who are we playing in the final? I think we're playing Riga in the final. No, we're playing RFS in the final. Wow, extra time goals. Wow, 3 extra time goals. Okay, so Wamba was stellar, his 3 goals and 1 assist. Do the press conference here real quick. Jeez, all of a sudden I've been attacked by the yawns and I don't know why. I got a good night's sleep last night. I want the schedule. We got Levon, we got Tukums, and we got the game at the end of May. And it's March right now, so it's going to be a long time between the games, but I'm just going to play Levon and Tukums offline. We'll come back for the Cup final and go from there. Wrap up the season and then start looking for a job. You know, I'm more than happy to start next season here in Latvia with Spartaks, but I think we need to move, if only for a little bit of variety and to see if we can't go to a club that's a little bit more financially stable. I'll take a lateral move, you know, to like a second division Slovenian team or a Czech team or something like that. I keep going out for all these first team division jobs that I'm probably not qualified for, just maybe on the off chance that, hey, I might get my name in, but maybe instead of going for, maybe instead of going for the Korbags. Actually, Korbag, they're Azeri. That's Azerbaijan. What are their rules? They're Asia Cup. No European. Okay, you know what? We apply for a Korbag job. September Sofia is Bulgarian second league. And they're not the biggest club. So, we'll just have to go down the list and see what's available. Lokomotiva. Finances are okay. What's their advert? I can do that. Club's youth system, I'm totally on board with that. Lokomotiva Zagreb. A lot of these second division jobs we'll apply for. And is it Romanian First League? Is that Stoy Bucharest? Yeah, that is Stoy Bucharest. Never play like that. So, and we'll apply for these Romanian jobs as well. The worst they're gonna say is no. And if they do, they do, and I'm okay with that. Because we'll get a better job eventually, especially after this season. The other thing I'm really kind of miffed about is the board will not let me go for my next coaching license. Vorskla, that's Premier League. Vorskla Poltava. You know what? What the hell? What are they going to do? Just say no? So they say no. So, we got all those in. Respond. And if the board gets upset, the board gets upset. Wouldn't be the first time I've been fired from a job in this say because I've been applying to them. So, we will be back with the Latvia Cup final. I don't know who we're playing. It should be Riga. Let me see. If we go 4 today... No, it's RFS. I knew that. It's RFS. So, we're going to come back in May for the RFS job, or for the RFS game in the Latvia Cup, and then we'll have an end-of-season wrap-up, and we may have a new job by then. Who knows? So, back in a bit. Well, the good news is we've had some interviews, specifically with a couple teams in Hungary, one in Romania, and one in Russia. The bad news is we were their second choice. Apparently, because of what happened with a couple players in Georgia and here, where there's only so many games and you promise them playing time and you give them playing time, if they feel they're not getting enough playing time, they complain. And I have a reputation for breaking my promises as a result, and that's kind of being held against me. I have had a couple other interviews with a couple other teams. I think what may have held me back from getting either job with the 2 teams in Hungary I previously interviewed with was I said I wanted to stay until the end of the season here, and there's a couple reasons for that. Oh, I also applied at Sigma Olomouc. They're in the Czech division. They're in the relegation group, and I'm okay taking a team that's in danger of being relegated, especially if it's a team like Sigma Olomouc, who is actually a pretty decent squad, and they're financially stable. The board has had to give us cash 3 times in the past 6 or 7 weeks in order to keep us afloat. So, on the other hand, We had an invincible season. We didn't lose. We had the one draw to Riga. Levon and Tukums are being relegated. RFS is our opponent in the Latvia Cup. We've beaten them handily by 14 points. So we've got Champions League football next year if we're here. That kind of remains the question. I asked the board to send me on a coaching course again. They said they didn't have the money. And this is after one of my other coaches got sent on his coaching course. So I'm a bit peeved about the back talk. I think in looking at some of the jobs that are available, so, like, I click this. The jobs I've applied for at the moment are Sagad and Sigma Olmuk. Carvina. Yeah, we're definitely going to apply to them. Estonian First League. Sagad, we applied to. Moik is in the Azerbaijani First League, but they're financially insecure. I'm trying to stay away from insecure teams. You have to have decent finances for me to consider going to you. Fakel, I'm pretty sure I didn't apply to them because they're insecure. Zeman, First Team League. Okay, 118,000. That's something to keep in the back pocket as these Serbian teams. It's some of the European leagues have this system where you go into you play regular season, then you go into a group, and that group determines whether or not you get promoted or not. Ukrainian First League. It's not the Premier League. So, in other news, Titov is out with an injury. Oh, a couple of players out with injuries. We'll get to those guys here in a second. So the current injuries, Kamar is out with a torn abdominal muscle. Wamba's out with a pulled calf muscle. He's not going to be match fit. Akinbuli is out. Levitsky is out. At one point in time, Titov was out. I don't know if that's long-term or not. We'll let the assistant pick the squad, and then we'll go and see what he says. Siberjanov's Dresmanis. So Wamba is still out. 4 days. Timmy Alpins. Vukmanik, Pulik. Is Titov's out? Is he suspended? He's suspended. Okay. I saw he was out and just kind of naturally assumed he picked up an injury. Slambe can play on the left. Can't he? I'm reasonably sure he can. Yeah, he's got to be better than Poulos. But just in case... Yeah, he's definitely better than Poulos. Good gracious. You're going to start a guy with 2.5 gray stars. Sejutan's just coming back from injury too, but he should be okay. Levinskas is on the bench. Rubidas is on the bench. Savix, Traore. They're going to put Moreau's on the bench. I haven't been the favorite for any jobs I've interviewed with. I've had fan groups say they consider, they think I would be a good choice. Luckily, we're playing at home. Should be a decent crowd. I know we broke the record for home crowd this season with the game against Sheriff, the Euro Cup game. No. Sheriff wasn't Euro Cup, were they? No, Sheriff wasn't Euro Cup. Sheriff was Champions League. Yeah, it was the game against Sheriff in the Champions League first qualifying phase round, whatever. Okay, Slampe on the throw-in, knocked away. Alpins is going to run that down. Hopefully, gets it to Kalvoda. Kalvoda all the way back to Subarik. Back to Kalvoda. Over to Slampe. Alpins. Dispossessed. Dubro. Crosses it in all the way through the box. Makrekis runs it down. He bounces it off a Spartak's player Smirnovs to Okiri. Deja. Okiri. Dubro. Back to Okiri. Long pass to Makrekis on the left rather. He centers it in, and Svaraps is there for the score. Wow, we're coming up on the half. That was quick. 1-1 thanks to a 29th minute goal. Although statistically speaking, we're very even. We've had 5 shots, 2 on target. They've had 5 and 1. Let's get it back, guys. We've had more than a few games where we've had to come back in the second half to win. We can get it done here. Dubrow just went off injured. Good gracious, no highlights this second half whatsoever. Are we really going to lose 1-0? Timmy's on a 5-9, probably. I am not kidding you. There have been no highlights this second half. Are you freaking kidding me? A perfect season gets ruined in a game that literally lasts all of 2 minutes long. Wow. I'm just going to click through on this press conference because I don't want to say anything that's going to cause me to... Wow. That was flipping insane. Literally, there were 2 highlights the entire game. Or was it just the one long highlight in the first half? I'd have to go back and watch the video. That was nuts. Fine. Look at the players here. And we sort them by appearances. Igor Sirjanov's 24 appearances, 16 goals, 9 assists, a player of the match. David Titov, 23 games, 1 goal, 7 assists, a player of the match. Butrix, 22 games, 3 assists, 3 goals, 4 assists, a player of the match. Svetkanin, 20 appearances, only 1 assist, but he was a defender. Wamba and Akambule were absolutely on fire for both of us, for us this season. Wamba, 20 appearances, 26 goals, 3 assists, 6 players of the match. Akambule, 20 appearances, 15 goals, 6 assists, 3 players of the match. Rashmat Fauzi, my Indonesian international, 16 appearances, 4 goals, 12 assists, 3 players of the match. Timmy, 16 appearances, 2 off the bench, 2 goals, 7 assists. Dresmanis, those are reserve. Those are B squads. If we sort by this. This was a well-rounded effort. We leaned a little bit on Wamba and Sirjanovs, but if either one of them had gone down, I would expect the other to have picked up the slack. No problem. The question now is, what do we do? We got Champions League football. Biggest win was the Latvian Cup match. Match to remember was the 4-1 against Riga. Goal of the season was Akambule's, the one from 27 yards. We made more money in sponsorship. We didn't make any broadcast money. Our corporate hospitality were up a little bit. The competition prize money was nice, 641,000 euros overall. Match day retail commercial was up simply because of the Champions League matches we had. It was a very good squad for us. I don't know that I would have Dobrikov at the midfield. I think that would probably be totally blanking on his name now. That's not new. Wamba, player of the season, young player of the season. Signing of the season was Sabarak, who the board absolutely hated me signing him because I paid him what he wanted. Akambule was the goal of the season. Wamba, top goal scorer with 26. Fauzi, most assists with 12. Wamba, 6 players of the match awards, and an 8.0 rating. Alpins, he's the guy I would have at the other midfielder position. Most passes completed per 90 minutes. We won the double. Could have won the triple. Slampe was selected, Sirjanovs as well. It was a great season. I mean, we only drew the one game. We didn't lose any. Our club expectations and everything like that are fine. I'm going to accept the current vision. Dynamics updates. Akambule and Timmy are the leaders. End of season team meeting. Discuss plans for next season. Going to do it again. Champions League. Goes after. Promises when I get back. Akambule doesn't like the fact about the promises, but he's the only one, so I'm not too worried about it. We've got to figure out a way to improve the depth of the club. That means going out and signing as many players as we can who can play on the squad and help the reserve squad. It's one of the things I kind of slacked off with on this year. And to be honest, I slacked off with it at Bakamaro too, was that I didn't pay as much attention to the B squads in that. Usually I'm a little bit better about players and who I have there and that. The other thing I would like to try and do is I need to hire another reserve coach and see if I can't increase the size of the coaching squad. On the other hand, part of me says I should just resign and walk away and spend the summer getting a new job. Because part of me says the board is going to get really upset if I keep interviewing at the same time while I'm trying to improve the team. One loss in the cup final. That. Great. Actually, what I need to do is go to Spartak staff, Spartak 2 staff, under 18s. I don't remember hiring an assistant. I did hire. No, I didn't. The fact I can't remember is maybe not a good sign. And it's early, too. So, an invincible season ruined by a most improbable game in which there was one highlight in the first half and none in the second. Literally, if I go back and watch it from beginning to end, in real time, it lasted maybe all of 2 minutes long. That is nuts. That, however, is also FM. So, what are we going to do? Well, it's like I mentioned a few minutes ago. We're going to prepare the team as best as we can for the season ahead. We're going to try and get a handle on these foreign players. We are going to try and improve the depth of the squad. And we are going to do what we can to try and help secure the financial future of the club. And it might actually start with this. They're making Vukmanik an offer. I'll go ahead and accept that. So I'm going to save this here. Is the season considered a success even if we lost a Latvian Cup? I think so. We did the double. We won the Winter Cup. That's what they're considering the other trophy. We won the Winter Cup and all 4,000 euros prize money associated with it. We had a dominant season in the league. I wish our Champions League performances had gone better. I think if we're still here at the beginning of next year, the draw will determine how far we can go. If we can get at least a round ahead of where we were, the money will help immensely. That's the thing that's really bothering me right now, is the fact that we're 500,000 euros in debt. I've got a decent payroll budget. I've got a little bit of wiggle room there, but I mean the boards. I mean this is where we were, and this is the money we got from the Champions League and Euro Cup too, and now we're bouncing up and down here. My big fear is that they're going to come back to me and say, we're cutting your salary, you need to sell players, at which point in time we're not going to be performing on the field like we are this season, and I don't know. I'm going to play it by ear. I know preseason starts here, so probably somewhere in here I will have made up my mind as to whether or not to move on to another team. But in the meantime, I'm not going to screw Spartak's over. I'm going to do what I can to leave them in a good position. Let's see what happened with Bakmaro. They finished second. They're going back up to the National League. 7 wins, 7 draws, 3 losses. Anybody on the squad that we still know? I clicked the wrong thing. Ruglamidze's still there. Kandelaki came off the bench. He had 4 goals all season. That's really kind of wow. Beldiani's there. Well, they're doing okay. And so are we. If you did like what you've seen and heard, please have a like, subscribe to the channel for more content. Questions, criticisms, comments, leave those down below. I will answer those as fast as I can. My name's FM Jellico, and I thank you for watching.